evening and welcome to this episode of Solutions of Success. I'm Paula Stinnett, and joining me tonight I have a very, very special sidekick, the brand new football coach from LFO High School, Mr. Bo Campbell. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Paula. I appreciate it.
Well, this is an exciting moment for us. New regime taking over the throne at LFO High School. By the way, graduating class, 1983. Go Warriors.
Go Warriors. Go Warriors.
Yes. Tell me, what's going to happen this year? What are you doing at LFO?
We're very excited this year about, and I'm very blessed and excited about this opportunity. And we've got a great school, great faculty, great administration, and there's just a lot of great things going on at LFO right now that is very exciting. And you know, now with me being the head football coach, you know, we feel like that we've created even more excitement, and you know, we're developing as a school, and developing student athletes, future citizens, developing a better relationship with our community here. You know, one thing, the past couple of days I've been out in the community as much as I can be, and developing that kind of relationship with our community and positive atmosphere. And we're excited about Friday nights. You know, we want to pack the stands on Friday nights and create some excitement and almost create a college game day atmosphere. So we've got some plans, and we're very, 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 very excited about it.
So tailgating before games.
Oh yes.
Everyone getting excited, filling the stands, blankets up there when it's very cold in the winter, and getting ready for a major football game.
Yeah, and we're hoping it's very cold in the winter, because that means we're going very far. So, you know, we feel like we've got a great group of young men. I met with the players the other day, and a great group of young men, and they're excited. And right now I'm kind of going through the process of figuring out who our coaching staff's going to be, and have a parent meeting scheduled for Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And we're just we're very excited, and we want to create that atmosphere on Friday night for our kids. You know, it's not all about me. It's not all about anybody else. It's about our kids, and we want to create the best atmosphere we can for them and support them. And you know, one thing we really want to do is get everybody out of the community to come in on Friday nights. We've got some plans to announce some people at halftime and bring the rec league football teams and different teams in, and give them some recognition and some alumni, and we're very, very excited about it, and I think, like I said, I think we've got a great plan in creating even more excitement in the community.
I loved it. I heard you speak the other day. I was fortunate to be there when you came to City Hall. And one of the things that really thrilled me is that you wanted to return the football players to the community. You wanted to get everyone excited, seeing these young men, leaders in our community, be proud to wear the Lakeview Warrior t-shirts, and have the community have stickers on the cars again. Things that we had back, of course the cars weren't like they were now, but we had that pride.
Right.
So we want the citizens to gain that pride again.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of people watch the show Friday Night Lights and different things, you know, different shows like that in these small towns. And I think we've got a great opportunity, you know, up and down 2A with, you know, so many different businesses and supporters of our school. And we want to, like I said, we want to create that atmosphere for them to come in and support our kids. And you know, I want our kids to be proud of being Lakeview Warrior. You know, we are Warriors. You're a Warrior. You know,
oh, yes.
we are Warriors. And it's not just, you know, it's not me or you. We all are Warriors, and up and down the community. And I think that we can create that kind of atmosphere and get that going for our young student and athletes and you know, all the students at LFO.
Exactly. I'd love to see an LFO Warrior sign in the storefront of every store in Fort Oglethorpe. I'd also like to take a moment to talk about an upcoming event to raise money for the team.
We partner every year with Ringgold High School, and we have a little competition with it. It's kind of neat. But we are having a Battle at Battlefield golf tournament. And in this golf tournament, it's $100 per player, $400 for a team. You can do a $1,000 sponsorship, which gives you a sign on the LFO game field, on the fence, and then at Ringgold's stadium. And then you have a $2,000 sponsorship, which can get you a team in plus the 2 signs. So there's a lot of neat things that you can do to help, not just LFO, but also Ringgold. And we partner together to kind of help raise money for each other. And because a football program, it costs a lot of money to keep it going and to have our kids have really nice things. And that's one thing we do to help these kids and raise a lot of money and we need the businesses involved. And like you said, one of my goals, like you said just a second ago, was one of my goals is to be able to walk up and down 2A and walk in one of these places and see LFO, LFO stuff everywhere, and people support us. And if you're a business and you want some of that and you want to display some of that, just please call me and I'll definitely get it to you, because we want to see that. We want to see that. We want the kids to be proud of that. And like I said, this is a way to help us raise money to help with all that.
Great. If you want to get your sign on that fence of honor at LFO High School, call Chris Evans at First Tennessee, and she'll tell you how to play golf, get your sign, and give her a call at 423-242-7910. Coach Campbell, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Thank you very much for having me on tonight.
It's great to be a Lakeview Warrior.
That's right. Go Warriors.
And now a few words for some sponsors that care about you and your family.
We're on the air 24/7. A North Georgia taste of heaven. A fun place to be. And we're your family. UCTV.
Dr. Carl F. Peterson Jr. has been practicing dentistry in the Rossville area for over 30 years. He and his professional staff will gently take care of all of your general, orthodontic, and cosmetic dentistry needs. Dr. Peterson is a participating provider with most insurance companies as well as HealthSpring and Medicaid, and will gladly file your insurance. He will be greeted by his friendly staff who take pride in making sure your visit is a pleasant experience. Call and schedule your smile makeover, and don't forget to mention seeing this ad on Solutions of Success to receive a 20% discount on your visit.
At Accelerated Workflow Solutions, we provide software and training in the field of voice recognition to help make computers more accessible for both medical professionals and people with disabilities. Call us at 706-375-3007. We are the Dragon People. We are Accelerated Workflow Solutions.
Hello, kids. If every American just recycled 1/10 of every newspaper, then we could save 25,000 trees per year.
Wow!
Remember, we did not inherit this earth from our ancestors. We're borrowing it from our children. Be a part of Keep Fort Oglethorpe Beautiful. Call the number you see at the bottom of your screen now to become a part of Keeping Fort Oglethorpe Green. This is Council Lady Paula Stinnett. God bless and keep America beautiful.
We've got the power.
Uh-oh, Dad's gonna be mad.
If you find yourself in need of an attorney, call the law offices of Robert L. Stoltz. From auto crashes to forming a corporation, attorney Robert L. Stoltz can help you through some of life's ups and downs. Call him at 858-0023 or visit his offices at 376 Cloud Springs Road, Fort Oglethorpe.
Bingo!
Make a date every Friday and Saturday evening to go to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold to
Play bingo.
We love bingo!
It's fun for kids of all ages.
Bingo is for veterans.
Great food, lots of fun, and money to be won.
Bingo!
Bring your family and friends to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold. The Walker County Sheriff's Office supports high school graduation. Be smart. Stay in school.
Welcome back to Solutions of Success. We have a really wonderful show this night highlighting one of those programs that is offered in Catoosa and Walker counties that really strives to make wonderful citizens of our students. Joining me to my right is Colonel Paul Haworth at LFO High School. To my left is Colonel Steve Hammerstone at Lafayette High School. And to the far left is First Sergeant Anthony Heath, also of LFO High School. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Love men in uniform. This is so exciting for me. You guys make me look good here. So let's get started and let's talk about JROTC. What is JROTC? For the parents at home, for those of us who don't really know, what is it?
Well, the mission of ROTC, what we're supposed to be doing is to help motivate young people to be better citizens. So we're really a citizenship program.
A citizenship program. So your mission is
to help young people grow up to be the citizens, whether it be in the military or in the civilian world, but to take an active leadership role, to learn how to lead as well as to follow, make a difference in the community.
Okay. And how do you accomplish this mission? What's the routine? How do you do this?
Well, our curriculum is all geared towards that. I'll defer to Colonel Hammerstone here.
The curriculum is focused on making kids better citizens, showing them that there is something out there bigger than themselves. And we do community service, and we try to get the kids out into the community as much as humanly possible. Again, to make them better citizens and to show them that there is more out there than just them.
Okay, and that's a pretty big calling. How many cadets do you have in Lafayette?
I currently have 135.
135. At LFO?
Currently we have 117 cadets.
117. So that's a lot of kids for you to take to competitions, to take to community service events. So there's a lot that goes on with these programs that probably are under the radar for most citizens.
For the most part, first semester is Raider season, and depending on how motivated the old guys are, we could go probably every weekend for about 2 months.
That's a lot of travel.
It's traveling all over the state of Georgia as well as the surrounding area, and we can go as far as our budgets will allow.
And sometimes those budgets are constrained, unfortunately. And we'll talk about how to develop bigger sources of income shortly in the program. Now, you said community service, and that's something that I really focused on because one of my goals, my driven goals, is volunteerism, to get people in the community out and about. And what type of community service events do you do each year?
At Lafayette, we do Shop with the Cop, Stocking Full of Love. Those are the two big ones. Whatever else, we did a color guard at the National Cemetery a couple weeks ago. We'll do a color guard at the Vietnam Veterans Barbecue on the 16th of May. Whatever we can get into, quite honestly, we'll go do.
Wow. So community service, it sounds like to me, I believe First Sergeant Heath said you do 100 events a year?
Currently we do about 100 events a year. So in the last 9 years, we've done almost 1,000 events.
1,000 events.
And that's at LFO, and I'm sure Lafayette's about the same.
So Lafayette, Ridgeland, LFO, Ringgold. There's 4 programs in this area. And all of these children are doing 100 events a year, community service. No wonder we see you at so many things. I know the Fort Oglethorpe 5K, LFO was there in force, and you guys did a wonderful job along the course, providing water. And I see you in other activities, St. Gerard Church. I believe you worked there for several hours helping that church, sort of to pay back to them for the service that they've provided in parades and different activities.
Right. They opened their doors for us to hold our military ball there one year, as well as to warm up after the Christmas parade, and that was really nice. So we wanted to do that as a return. We don't expect people to do things necessarily for free, for nothing, so we in a sense like to feel a moral obligation to help people back, and so that's kind of a fun thing. We teach the kids that, hey, if somebody helps you, it's part of community. You help them in ways that you can, and so it works out.
It's great. What I hear you guys and what I've seen in the community is you model the behaviors. You don't just preach it, you don't just teach it, you actually model it. And the students have the opportunity to get out in the community and really demonstrate all the wonderful characteristics they're developing in ROTC. And speaking of students, we have some wonderful kids joining us here tonight from the local ROTC in Lafayette and LFO. Let's meet these great cadets. Cadet Henson is joining us from Lafayette High School. And she is the XO?
Yes, ma'am.
What exactly is an XO?
It's the executive officer, the second in command in the battalion.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Thank you.
Cadet Harris from LFO.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
How many years have you been in RO?
I'm currently now just a sophomore, so I've only been in for about 2 years now.
2 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You look most impressive.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Cadet Garrison from LFO.
Yes, ma'am.
How many years have you been in ROTC?
I'm a junior, so I'm working into my 3rd year.
3rd year.
Yes, ma'am.
I look forward to hearing some of your experiences.
Thank you.
Cadet Powell, welcome. How many years have you been in?
This is the end of my 2nd year.
2nd year. Wonderful. And Cadet Christian.
Hello.
Hi. How many years have you been in RO?
This is my 1st year.
1st year. You're a freshman.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at you, and you have so many medals already. You must be very accomplished.
Yeah, I get involved a lot.
I can tell. I'll look forward to hearing about that involvement. And Cadet Saron is over there. How many years have you been in?
My 1st year.
Your 1st year. 2 freshmen. Or I should say fresh women. Yes, ladies. We just spoke about community service, and obviously the gentlemen who lead you here before you are very passionate, very enthusiastic about the community and all the things that these over 200 students do. What is your favorite activity, your community service?
That is a tough one, I'd say, because we do so many fun ones, and it's not always just community service. It's an experience for us. It's fun. I like the public color guards that we do at football games and things, and recently we did an honor guard at a wedding for one of our former cadets, and that was very fun.
Okay, fun. What is a color guard? For those of us at home who don't know everything, what is a color guard?
Mr. Noah Harris knows a lot about that.
A color guard is basically we present the colors for any event that we go to the people. We have the American flag and the state flag, and then we have our 2 guards on the side that usually consist of 4 people. Sometimes it can consist of more or less, but we go out there, we present the colors when we say the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem, either one, and then we march off. It's just to show our respect to whatever is going on that day.
I've had the opportunity to see several of these color guards, and I might add that it's very reverent, very demonstrating of respect, and I really enjoy seeing young people conducting themselves in this manner. You mentioned honor guard. What is an honor guard, and what is its service?
Well, an honor guard is it's just like a saber guard. It's a presentation of respect, usually for military occurrences, and an honor guard is basically one for a very special event. A saber guard could be something for prom, or a dance, or something like that. But an honor guard is usually for a more formal event, like a wedding, or sometimes even a funeral. And those are very few and far between, and it's a very sought after thing to do in the program.
Excellent. Well, again, showing that respect and definitely the character that all of you obviously possess. Now, I'm looking at you all and I see cords, I see medals. What, Exo Henson, what's all this about?
Well, the medals and awards and ribbons, it's something that cadets strive to get. It kind of makes you feel like you've accomplished something in the program, and the more you do, the more awards or ribbons you can get. And I mean, really, that's all. It's something for us to work for and to push us to do better in the program and to be involved more.
Excellent. Cadet Harris, what do these cords mean?
We actually have many different cords in ROTC. This cord right here, the red one, this is for our drill team. The white one that I'm also wearing is for color guard. And you see we all have many different cords here. Cameron, you can explain your cords if you would like.
I have the drill team cord over here, and it's really thick just to establish the fact that I am a different position in the drill team. And right under the commander, there's an XO, just like the battalion, but for each different team, yeah. And so I'm the XO of the drill team, and I just help the commander with whatever she needs or he needs. So, and I have a Saber Guard cord right here. This is the orange one. It's just the Saber Guard cord.
The cords usually represent current involvement in a team. You wear a cord for a team you're currently on or have been on in the past. And you were speaking about ribbons. Ribbons usually represent like a semester or a year-long involvement in the team. And then the arcs that I have here, and all of us, I think all of us are wearing, represent long-term involvement in the team. And what she was talking about, the XO over here, is that it really is a tangible way our awards are a tangible way to look at what we've done and to sort of not show off, but to present to other people that we have taken time out of our lives and learned something new and given back to our community.
Wow. Well, it's not showing off if you've earned it. And obviously, you all demonstrate your commitment to do so, to learn these different color guard formations, honor guard, what they're used for, and what it means to you. We talked about different teams. One of the teams was Raiders. What is a Raiders? What does this mean?
Mr. Powell, or would you like me?
Raiders is a extremely fun team. I've never been on it myself, but I've seen them do practice after school. It usually takes time after school. Mondays, Tuesdays, I have no idea, but I've seen them outside.
Lots of hard work goes into it. It's basically the ROTC's physical challenge team. We get down and dirty, get in the mud, and we crawl, and we do rope bridges and all kinds of obstacle courses. We travel all around the state and the states surrounding Georgia, and we compete. We really put our bodies to the test sometimes for several days at a time, and it's a lot of fun. It's definitely teamwork building and definitely a stress, but a fun one nonetheless.
In Raiders, do you learn teamwork, relying on one another for, say, rope crossings?
Yes.
Tug of war competitions? I believe there's several other events.
Yes. Events can be really anything that you can make something out of. If it involves using your body for something, it can be a Raider event. And yes, they are all completely based around teams. It is very rare that there is an event at a Raider competition that does not require an entire team to complete.
Wow, that's great. First Sergeant, I believe you brought some footage to share with us this evening?
We brought some footage. If we could show it, I believe we would show a little bit about ROTC.
Zach, could we see the footage? And First Sergeant will be narrating as we watch.
Hey, these are some of the pictures from our last state meet that we went to. Notice we do have female teams and male teams. This is the rope bridge. It's a 10-man team that must cross between two poles, and it's timed. A real good time is about a minute and 30 to a minute 15 seconds. And that's to set it up and to get all the way across the the dead zone, as they call it, the space in between the two posts. So it takes a lot of teamwork. And as you notice, we do a lot of formations. We do a lot of team building by different formations. You can see the pride on the cadets' faces, and you can see the smiles. This was last year when it snowed, and we took the opportunity to jump outside and take a picture. A lot of running in Raiders and ROTC. Physical, but it doesn't have to be physical for everybody. You know, there are positions in ROTC where if you're not physical at all, you can be like, it could be like a scribe or a person that goes around and helps out in the supply system, and could also help in the classroom. And this is a picture of a color guard, 4-man team presenting honors. And we also have an adventure team where we go out and just do adventures on the weekend. And you can see like the smiles, the thumbs up on the cadets' faces. And notice there's a lot of females in ROTC. And the females that were in the dresses, the picture previous, they were not models. Those were actually cadets in ROTC. So very proud of that fact. And everywhere as we go, we always have fun.
I can tell. I can see the smiles on all the students' faces. And this was maybe a breast cancer awareness event?
It was, and the cadets dressed out, you know, they wore pink to show their support. And we support a lot of stuff. This is one of our area meets, and notice all the trophies. Our guys did extremely well. And this is a CTSO at Lakeview Fort Oglethorpe. We support the CTSO for the school itself, and we help run the events that the other students come out and do. Rappelling, this is at Lafayette, and notice their tower, they have a 30-foot tower, and we go down and we rappel there on occasions. So, a lot of team building. And there's a place for everybody in JROTC. Now this right here is at the Catoosa Range, and you know, a lot of young people today don't get the opportunity to go out and run down a creek bed, and not only do they get to run down the creek bed, they can crawl down the creek bed also.
Oh.
So, we do first aid in the classroom, and this is a couple of young students actually doing first aid. These are a couple of young girls, yeah, they were acting out. Chess club, I have a lot of the students that are either play tennis or are members of the chess club. So, physical activity. And
wow. It looks like a lot of fun. I sort of want to get in all that, except for maybe that mud deal. I'm not sure about that.
Lots of mud on occasions, and you know, it seems like mud is a motivator. You give cadets some mud to play in, and they're definitely motivated.
Well, it looked like it. It looked like they were having a lot of fun. You guys have a lot of fun doing things like that? You enjoy it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Great. Well, next time you're doing it, maybe I'll have to come out there and get involved. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I see fun. I see Raiders, Color Guard, Honor Guard, Community Service. Why are you doing this?
It just gives back to our community, and just to give back to what our older folks have done for us.
Hey, easy on that older folks thing, okay? That older folks thing, I'm starting to feel that. But I like your viewpoint. And you're a freshman, Cadet Christian. You're a freshman, and you're already talking about giving back to your community.
Yes.
Now, you plan on being in ROTC 4 years?
Yes, I would like to complete the pathway.
Okay, so this is a pathway. Catoosa and Walker County both have pathways that they can complete. By completing this pathway, also, you are, Colonel, we spoke earlier about a portfolio progression?
Yes, the Army requires us to have each cadet keep a portfolio. And if the cadets do it right, everything they do goes into that portfolio. So when it comes time to apply for a job or to apply for college, they go back to the portfolio and they can answer all the questions because everything's in there.
Well, that's neat, because a lot of times you get to your junior, senior year and it's time to apply for college, yes, apply for scholarships, and it asks, what have you accomplished? And students so often say, oh, I don't remember, I don't know. you're keeping this all together for them and preparing them for success.
We're trying to get them to keep it all together for themselves.
So teaching those organization skills that are needed.
Yes, we're trying.
Great. Well, that's an important thing because maybe not all freshmen are as mature as Cadet Christian and know what she wants to prepare to do for the 4 years. So you're really helping them as they grow and mature to prepare to go forward. That is awesome. So scholarships, I believe it was mentioned that several scholarships have been gained through ROTC this year. If any that you'd like to share?
Any of y'all?
We have one student this year that has earned the national JROTC or ROTC scholarship, and so basically he can choose any college that he would like to attend to that has an ROTC program. So, and each year we strive to guide students to get scholarships, and so far we've been very successful.
So that's impressive. A national JROTC scholarship
Yes,
that the student obtained.
He obtained that as Michael Robinson. He had a 31 on his ACT, and then he applied for the senior ROTC scholarship, and he was awarded that. So he gets to choose what school he would like to attend.
It's worth quite a bit of money too.
Yes,
it's worth about $180,000, $200,000 some places. So,
Wow.
You know, for one student.
One student, and he's in LFO High School's JROTC program.
He's our XO, and the XO at our battalion. So we're very proud of him. He's a National Honor Society student, and we're privileged to have a good representation of the whole population of the school. We have students who excel tremendously, and we have some who struggle, and most are in between. And we try to motivate the students to look at the opportunities that are tangible, that they can document through their portfolio, and to help prepare them for the future. So we, back to your first question to what is ROTC, we're an opportunity program for the students to become all they could be. And we're privileged to have the opportunity to be part of that.
Wow, and definitely you are giving back more to these students. Scholarships of that nature are unheard of. When you're talking $180,000, $200,000, this one young person. Definitely a place I would want my son to be. Oh wait, he is. Okay.
Mine too.
So you were talking about the national and the involvement with the military. I believe, Colonel, you said you had just had an inspection. The military came to visit you?
We did, and if it'd be all right, I'd like Mason to talk about the inspection.
Well, it was very nerve-wracking at first. We just built ourselves up, and most of the cadets were very nervous. And once we got to the in-ranks inspection, which is where the entire battalion goes out, that we went out onto the football field, and we all formed up, and we got inspected. Like, they looked at our uniforms and asked us specific questions to see if we knew military history. Once we got past that, it was really a piece of cake, but it was a lot of stress at first. You're not really sure how it's going to go. You're not sure if they're going to like you, but it actually went very well. We got a 194 out of 200 possible points, so that comes out to a 97%, which is a program of excellence, which carries over to being an honor unit with distinction, which if we do get to keep our stars, we would still have our golden star.
Wow. So how long did you prepare to go through this inspection?
We prepared all year.
All year.
That was our goal for the year, was to prepare and blow JPA out of the water.
JPA?
JROTC program accreditation.
Excellent. Colonel, she's very impressive.
I would agree.
Ladies and gentlemen from LFO, I know from my son that you've gone through several inspections as well because he's memorized and studied. What exactly do you do to prepare for inspection?
Really, I would say, and I think my friends would agree with me here, my peers, is that it's an ongoing thing. All year, these examinations are all over the curriculum and our knowledge of history and the uniform and the military as a whole and life as a civilian. And that's what the curriculum is as a whole. And so we're questioned on that, and our knowledge is examined. And so really it is, from the moment we begin our journey through the ROTC program, we're preparing for these inspections. And I believe ours is next year. Pretty early into the year, I believe Colonel Harwart volunteered us to be one of the first schools to be examined, and I feel like we're prepared.
Excellent. Well, I know the Colonel's definitely a go-getter. Worked with him a couple years now. Definitely a go-getter, so I can see him putting you guys up first to go through this inspection. We've talked about your appearance as well. We looked at your medals. We looked at your uniforms. Does it bother you to wear these to school, to wear these in public?
Wearing the uniform to school, some cadets, they look down on it, like as if they don't want to do it. But I think wearing the uniform to school, it really shows what we are doing, not just in the school, but in the community, because we get to, everybody sees our uniforms, they see how nice we look in our uniforms, and I know often throughout the day when I wear my uniform to school that I get many people come up to me and they'll say, well, what's this for and what's this for? So I think I enjoy wearing the uniform around school. It shows what JROTC is actually doing in the community.
Well, I know it's very impressive when I see ROTC cadets out in the community, because you stand out, you stand above. And it's very impressive when I see young people so dedicated and so meticulous. I've noticed all of your attire. It's beautiful. It's ironed. I see the stripe in her blouse, your slacks perfectly. So you're very well manicured. Are you required to keep your hair that short?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Oh, what, ladies, your hair I notice is up off of your collar.
Yeah, it's mandatory. It has to stay off the collar and out of your face.
All right. Excellent. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with it. It makes me stand out and look different and very professional.
And that it does, Cadet Christian. Very professional. Definitely very professional. Now, we've talked about different areas, and I looked at freshman, sophomore, senior. Obviously, you've earned more in the upper grades as far as your attire, your bars, your medals, the cords, etc. When you have newcomers to your program, do you mentor them? And if so, how?
Well, of course we mentor them. If we don't, then they never learn. It's like any other class, there's a curriculum that needs to be learned, and there are things and milestones that need to be reached, and we have to mentor them. When the freshmen came in, they were greenhorns. They were new. They didn't know much, but they catch on quickly. They always do, and they're always very talented. We're very fortunate to have a talented pool of people always flowing into our program.
Very impressive young people. You have to agree, audience at home, that they definitely rise above in their appearance, in their attitudes, the respect they show to the old people. Now let's go and get a word from some sponsors who also love all of us and our families.
Absolute Fit is an all-in-one fitness and weight management center. Our mission is to provide professional, friendly support in weight management and all levels of fitness training. We're located at 3012 Lafayette Road in Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, just before you enter the Chickamauga battlefield. Remember our motto, don't cheat your body, and mention it and receive a $20 discount towards our J-Blast program.
I knew I needed to lose some weight. I was, and I had a lot of people that had taken the class that wanted me to try it out. So I finally gave in, said, okay, I'll do that. The exercise program is simple. It's 18 minutes a day right now, which will go up to 28 minutes a day. And I like the knowledge to know that I have to come in on Saturdays or whenever my class is, stand up in front of him and explain why I didn't do well or I did do well. So it's all about the accountability for me more than anything. Well, for me, I take my kids to school. swing by here. I'm usually, my schedule's a little more flexible than some people's, but for me, it's not about I don't have time, it's about I make time. I would find the time, I'd find that 18 minutes somewhere, even if I have a really tight schedule, I'd find that time because it's that important to me. But it's only, like I said, 5 minutes, and then our little exercise routine that we do, they're 1 minute apiece, and you just keep moving for a minute, you get 30 seconds between each one, and then another 5 minutes, and to me that's not a lot, but you can actually accomplish a lot in 18 minutes that you didn't know you could accomplish. Well, he holds you accountable, but then you feel like you've let your class down if you have to come in and explain, oh, I gained a pound because I went out and had this party and I ate what I knew I wasn't supposed to eat. And I don't ever want to have to get up in front of them or him and tell them why I gained weight. We go through a presentation to start with. This just helps kind of restructure the way you think about things. And then all of the members in the class are very supportive. We support each other. If you've had a bad week and then you've still lost weight at the end of it, everybody's excited. Because you do have rough weeks. You have weeks where you feel like, I don't think I did what I could do. But then when you come in and you get on the scale and you've still lost weight and everybody's clapping and they're excited for you, it really makes you feel a lot better about what you felt like you didn't do so well on. For me, it's the supportiveness. It's knowing that there are other people there that'll support me no matter what. If I have a bad week, they're still supportive. If I have a good week, they're supportive. It doesn't matter. And knowing that I can come in and cry on Jack's shoulder if that's what I need to do helps me out a whole lot. And I've had bad days. I've had bad weeks. We've had to discuss. He's had to talk me down off the ledge a couple of times, but I like this knowing that they care, because you don't find that everywhere. Sometimes you go somewhere, they just give you a pill and send you on your way. He actually is all about trying to change your life and the way you think about things. And I like that about Jack. I think I walk a little taller than I did a year ago, which is pretty big. You start to feel a lot better about yourself and the way you look. And for me, that's big, because I've never felt that way. I've struggled in my entire life with stuff like that. So it's big. Since March 21st of last year, I'm down 40 pounds. Just that, I think most everybody you talk to would tell you that if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Welcome back to Solutions of Success. And take a moment to plug one of our great sponsors, Republic Services. This is April and Earth Day awareness. Republic Services is now giving 2 free months of recycling if you sign up for recycling service in city of Rossville, Chickamauga, and Fort Oglethorpe. So give them a call today, 423-867-9640. And our good sponsor, Dr. Peterson, is still offering the springtime bleaching special, so get that smile white for the summer. Only $199. It's normally $380. And tell them that you saw it on Solutions of Success. Now, joining me still are these wonderful pillars of the community, leaders of students, who are obviously demonstrating abilities far and beyond with all the community service and how they organize and herd hundreds of children to do these wonderful activities. This can't be cheap. How do you make this happen?
Well, we do have a modest budget provided by the Army, which helps pay for uniforms and some transportation, and so the students are actually able to rent the uniform for zero cost. So it pays for tailoring and alterations, things like that. So that part's free, but many of our field trips does cost money. So we do a number of fundraisers. We're reimbursed often when we provide a color guard somewhere. For example, at the Chickamauga Battlefield this weekend, we did that, and went to Lookouts game as well. But one of our highlights of the year is selling strawberries. We sell strawberries every year, and we raised a couple $1,000s by doing that.
Well, and how sweet they are. I had opportunity to try a couple of strawberries. How many strawberries did you sell, cases?
We ended up selling almost 500 orders, and that was quite a bit. So it was about 6.5 pounds per order. So that's a lot of red.
That is a lot of strawberries, and a lot of time it takes to deliver 40 cases of strawberries. I understand. So you profit very well with that, and you provide services for events, I know, in and around Fort Oglethorpe.
We do. We, for example, we go to the Colonnade sometimes for some of the community dinners that are there that are hosted, some of the fundraisers there, so we help out with that as well. But I'd also like to mention one of the highlights of our student involvement in the community called Christmas Babies. And I'd like to turn that over to the students to maybe explore some of that there.
Yeah, what's Christmas Babies?
Christmas Babies is where the students or the cadets of JROTC get together, and we all pitch in and put in to give toys to kids that don't necessarily get them for Christmas.
Oh, that's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. Now, where do you get these toys? How does this happen?
Well, normally we kind of separate it out between us. We talk it out and everything. We just either donate money or we go to the store ourselves and get them, and then we bring them in to the school and we wrap them, and then a certain company, normally I think it's Alpha Company, gets together and we deliver them to the kids themselves.
So you go out in the community again, and you're going over and beyond the call of duty, helping others. Very commendable.
These often where these gifts are going to children who are at the Head Start programs in Catoosa County. So this year we delivered about to 4 different locations, and so kids, put together well over 100 gifts, and we were able to bring those out over a couple-day period. And we had one of our kids dress up as Santa Claus as well, so we brought some Christmas joy to the kids. It was a lot of fun, and it's really a highlight of our Christmas.
Well, it's the joy of giving. The joy of giving. And you're teaching all of your students that joy of giving. The best gift that you can have, the best blessing, is giving to others. Again, you never stop amazing me. Never stop. Colonel, what do you do to support your program in Lafayette?
We also do fundraisers. We have sold strawberries. We do car washes. What else, Mason?
We also do donuts. We have a Postlingers night. We have the Applebee's fundraiser. We go out sometimes and we ask for sponsorships from local businesses. Anything really that we can get our hands on, anything that the community is willing to help us receive so that we can better our program and also help others, help the community again.
Yeah. And what I hear is you're not just going out and saying, hey, give us money, give us money. You go out and actually perform a service for the people who sponsor your programs.
We prefer to do that, yes. Yes. It goes back to showing our cadets that there's something bigger than themselves out there.
That's great. And I know received a letter from the Chattanooga Track Club regarding participation in last year's event, from St. George Church. So these people who are giving to you, you're giving back tenfold.
It's really great, and what's on top of that is really cool is we keep track for the cadets. The cadets keep track in their portfolio and on our record-keeping system the amount of community service that they served during the time of ROTC. Just about 9 out of 10 of our seniors earn enough community service through their time at high school to earn the community service corps at graduation, and that's something also goes on their record. And so when a student can go to apply to college or apply for a job, and they can say, well, tell us a little about yourself. Say, well, I'm actively involved in my community. Here's proof of that. I've earned this community service corps. I've done these type of community service things. Not only that, but I was a leader at this particular one. This one I learned this and that. And it really becomes a good talking point for the kids. And there's a marked difference between our students who've gone through this program and kids who've not gone through this program in terms of their preparation out of high school. We are helping to get them ready for the workplace, whether it be going into a civilian job, whether go to a college or some trade school or the military. And First Sergeant Heath would like to talk a little bit about students going to the military.
We do. Each year, we recognize a lot of students that join the military in ROTC. We're proud of the fact that about 80% of our students that finish the program are either join the military or they have some kind of college lined up. So we're very proud of that fact. And that's a great thing.
Wow. So they've gained enough leadership and maturity that they're preparing for a future that they've already decided where they're going, what they're doing.
Well, this is a great opportunity. They can earn their first rank before they even join the military. So that's a good thing. And then again, it's not for everyone that's going to join the military. You know, as like Colonel said, this is a opportunity program. And that's the one word I would use if I was going to describe JROTC as opportunity. It's opportunity to learn and grow. And we are just facilitators. The kids are the leaders of the program. And
Absolutely.
we facilitate, they lead, we'll show them, and then they have to show others. And it's great. It's great to sit back, very rewarding to sit back and watch the process happen. And sometimes we'll give them their direction, purpose, motivation, direction, and say, hey, go do it. And they figure it out. It's amazing. And some of the, you know, I can talk all day long about some of the great things that kids do. It's crazy. I can tell you 1,000 different stories, and it is amazing. It's rewarding. The kids grow and they become leaders, and you can see them talk too. And you know, some of the older cadets, as they're talking, you see that genuine confidence, and you can tell that they can think it out. And it's part of the thought process that we teach in the classroom. And they think it out, and then they can articulate it. It's amazing. Some success stories I've seen several times freshmen come in, and they're like they would not say one word, and you couldn't force them to say a word. And by the time they're seniors and they're getting ready to graduate, it's like, could you please be quiet? You know, it is hard to turn them off, and that's great. That's a success.
Just to tag on to that. To me, one of the greatest things about my job is watching a freshman come in who may be somewhat timid and watching them grow throughout 4 years and seeing what they are or who they are when they graduate. That's the coolest part of my job, in my opinion.
Well, there's no question the value of these programs. 2 ROTC programs in Walker County.
Yes.
2 in Catoosa County, and the product of these programs is obvious in the leadership, the confidence, and the maturity I see in the students before me. But let me ask the students, how has JROTC prepared you for your future? Exo Henson?
Well, it's really just it's like they said, it's an opportunity program. You get to experience leadership. You get put on the spot sometimes, and you have to figure out what to do. And that's just like what's going to happen in life, because you can't plan out what's going to happen in life. So you just have to go with it, and you have to be confident about what you're doing. And JROTC, it gives you that confidence and gives you that ability to lead and know what you're doing and realize that you're going to be okay in life and that they've prepared you for what's coming.
Obviously, I've done a very, very good job with you. Cadet Harris.
Yes, ma'am. JROTC has really prepared me for the future already, even though I'm just a sophomore. One thing that JROTC has really gave me is work ethic. That's one thing both First Sergeant and Colonel Hallward push us all cadets to do better, is to work harder and just not just in JROTC, in the classroom too. Keep your grades up, be a leader in the classroom, you're the community, and in JROTC. It has really prepared me for the future of what I'm planning on doing.
Excellent. Cadet Garrison.
Well, as Mr. Harris said, it does prepare you for the future, and it's not necessarily a class that's based around the military. It is a life skills class, and everything you learn, from how to be a leader, how to work with others, to money management and things like that, how to deal with basic problems and put out your thinking onto pieces of paper and really get where you're going in the best possible way. Everything you need to go into the future, everything you need to be a successful leader in the society that you live in, it starts here. It really does.
Cadet Powell.
I personally think that JROTC has helped me in believing there's always something to strive for. And like Cadet Henson said, you don't know where you're going, but at least you know where you're starting off from.
Love it. Cadet Christian.
For me, it's leadership, definitely. It helps me to stand out, and with all the opportunities to take that you don't normally get, it helps you to learn how to develop and be bigger in the real world and just really turn out to be a better person.
Cadet Cerrone.
It helps me get ready for the future, to know what I want to do and all. Yeah.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me tonight. It has been an honor to have you all on this program, Solutions of Success. Those of you at home, please take time, investigate the JROTC programs in your community, and when you see one of these remarkable young people out, thank them for their service, because they are giving back to our community here at home. God bless America, and as always, it's a great day to be in North Georgia.